Hey guys, it's Ryan here and welcome to another episode of the F1 2013 team previews, and today we're going to be covering Lotus, and joining me for this one is none other than Mr. F1 himself, Mr. AlexZAfRo. Alex, would you like to introduce yourself, mate?
Oh, hello everybody, and thank you for Ryan to bringing me onto his video here.
So what we're going to be going into today is just basically what we did with McLaren, is go through their 2012 season and then go into the two drivers, and then me and Nax will give our predictions for Lotus. So we're going to kick things off with their season, and it was a pretty good season for them in my opinion, but they had the occasional incidents with Grosjean, which we'll go into when we get to him, and Kimi's success in Abu Dhabi with the famous words that he is now known in folklore. But in your opinion, Alex, what do you think of their season in 2012?
Well, they had a great car. I'm not going to lie about that. They had a really, really good car at the start of the season, and the end as well. I think the last 3 or so races they had a really good car. I personally think they should have won the title, but it's just that unreliability has just kicked them in the back this year when they really could have done it.
They should have won a couple of races as well, like the likes of Bahrain and Hungary, to give an example with Kimi Raikkonen, but they have a good car. They had a good car last season. It did surprise me a bit. And obviously when they signed Kimi Raikkonen, and I thought, there could be something interesting, and obviously Raikkonen coming back to the sport, I would have thought, oh, here we go, it's another Schumacher moment. But no, he didn't. He finished third, which was pretty good to see. But how do you think, in comparison to Grosjean, did you think in performance last season between the two?
Well, we saw in some of the races, I remember one just sticks in my head is the British Grand Prix, where he just overtook loads of people, and that sort of just showed his pure class. But it's just a shame that was overshadowed by all the bad things he did, where obviously the big thing was Spa when he took out like half the field, and and in Suzuka when he took out Webber. I don't know, just a bit of a shame really.
It is a shame, but he is quick. I mean, look at the start of the season in Australia. He was third in Australia on the grid. And I'm thinking, this guy's got talent. And then, as you said, in Silverstone, lost his wing, had a puncture, was last, stone dead last, and he finished in the points. Strong through the field and just surprised a lot of them. But yeah, I mean, with that, where do you see him possibly? Obviously, he won the Race of Champions, didn't he?
Yeah.
And obviously, that should give him a bit of confidence going into 2013.
Well, for 2013, I don't know. I really want to see him win. Really, that's the thing. I know a lot of people will disagree with that because they don't like him anymore, but I'd like to see him win 2013. I think it's his time.
Yeah, I think he should win at least a race. Let's put it that way. But in terms of Kimi, do you think, obviously he finished third, do you think he can push for the title this season?
For me, it just depends on the car, because he was always there. It's like Alonso. Alonso was always there, but I think over the season Alonso probably just had a slightly better car. So you put Kimi in a slightly better car and he'll do what Alonso did and go for the title. So yeah, I'd say if the Lotus had bring the car, I think actually probably both of them might even be able to go for the title.
No, which is, hopefully, we do wish them the best of luck for that. But this week we had the announcement of the first car, which was Lotus, to unveil their 2013 car. Yeah. And I was wondering, what do you think of the car?
Well, it's pretty similar. I don't know, a lot of people may disagree with this, but it looks pretty similar to me if you look at the side-on shot. Apart from the side pods is one thing that I think was a bit different, but it did look pretty similar to 2012 car. But that's not a bad thing, because they might go into Australia with a better car, because obviously they had a year of practice on that car, and not just a couple of tests that some of the other teams might have had.
Yeah, one noticeable thing as well, I don't know if you've spotted it, but the wing in particular, they've kept the step nose concept. Well, some of the teams which we'll go into in a future episode, they have the optional winglet thing on the thing. Why do you think they could have done that? If you in your opinion?
They do all these things for a reason, don't they? And it's probably to get some sort of advantage somewhere. But I'm not really good at these technical things, but I guess it's just in some sort of system to give them a couple of extra tenths on the track.
Yeah, I mean, they watched the launch on Sky Sports, and one of the aero team came and said it's not a requirement that we think is good enough for the car, but if it gives us more aero, like in the corners, then we'll consider putting it on again. So they have that option to decide if they wish so, if they think it's good enough. So it's going to be interesting looking into testing next week and see where the Lotus team in particular will be coming into the start of the season. But it's going to be a very interesting one, and obviously a nice splodge of red paint now on the side pods and the rear wing. Let's put it that way. And then on top of where the I can't think, on top of the driver's head, all that's red with all Kimi on it. So at least the fans will know who's driving that car.
I think that's quite a good thing. I remember, I think, was it 2010? HRT did that. I think it's quite a good concept.
I mean, if for a fan's perspective, it's good because then they'll see, oh look, it's Kimi Raikkonen that's coming around the final corner. But previous seasons, you're like, who's that? Is that Raikkonen or is it Grosjean? It's going to be hard to see.
Especially.
But no, sorry,
I was
Alex,
just going to say, because a lot, people in this F1 community, obviously they know everything about each driver, they know the helmets and everything, but there are hundreds of thousands of people out there that couldn't really tell the difference between two people, and that sort of name thing on the side would be quite good for the fans at the track, probably mostly.
Oh, definitely. I think it'll be something that maybe the other team should consider. So it gives more fans knowledge of who's driving that car at the right time, in my opinion. But moving on, we're going on towards the predictions now. And last week we had, or the other week ago, Arav did McLaren and he gave his predictions. So this week it's Alex. And Alex, your opinion on the two drivers. Where do you think they're going to be finishing this season?
It's a tough one because at the moment when we're recording this, we haven't seen any of the testing, so it's a bit sort of hard to say, obviously, where everyone's going to finish. But I don't know. I think they both can pretty much do what they did last year. I don't know. I think the car's going to be pretty similar to where they were last year because there isn't really big upgrades to any of the teams, and so I'd say Kimi Raikkonen's probably going to be up there going for the championship if he's got the car, and if Grosjean has got the car as well, I think probably top 5 in the championship. I know that's a bit of a risky sort of thing to say, but I think he can do it if he stops crashing into people.
Let's hope so. I really do wish he doesn't smash into people and become a Maldonado. Let's put it that way. But what about the constructors? Where do you think Lotus will be?
Oh, that's a hard one. I think they're definitely going to be top 5, but I'm not sure because you've got the 3 big teams: Red Bull, Ferrari, McLaren. Then you've got like the teams just below, haven't you? You've got Mercedes and then Lotus, and it's just if they have the right car, I think they can break into the top 3 and maybe beat one of those teams. It just depends how the other teams, obviously build their cars, but they can definitely go for a top 5 in the constructors and 2 drivers in the top 5 in the drivers, I think. But we'll see.
But do you think they could possibly win some more races?
I think they deserve to win more races, yeah. They deserve to win Bahrain last year as well as Hungary, so I think this year Lotus deserve to go back to like 05, 06 and actually get the results they got back then.
Oh, let's hope so. For me, personally, Raikkonen, as you said, he's going to be fighting for the title. If he finished 3rd last season, then he's got to go 2 steps further and try and go for the title.
Yeah.
For Grosjean, I would probably say he needs to be less aggressive and not take people out at turn 1 at some tracks. But he has the pace to be in the top 6, so I'm going to probably say 6th place for him, personally. And regarding Lotus as a team, I would probably say top 3. I'm going to say 3rd.
Alright.
They could possibly beat Ferrari, but it depends on if, obviously, when they come to testing, we see the gaps in, obviously, the difference in pace and stuff, but we won't really roughly know till, obviously, Australia, so
yeah,
we'll have to wait and see on that. But anyway, guys, that is the end of this Lotus team review, and once again, massive shout out to Alex for coming on and
no problem.
doing this with me. Probably going to see him again in the future episode. We're not decided on what team yet, so we'll be hopefully going to be talking after this and have a discussion about it.
Right.
But make sure you check out AlexZAfRo's channel. He's got 4,555 subscribers as we speak, and we hope to get him to 5k very soon. So if you haven't already, go to his channel. He does Formula 1, Eurosim Truck Simulator.
Mhm.
Is that right? And he's got a second channel as well where he does his vlogs. So make sure you subscribe to both his channels and give them a like. He's a great YouTuber and I look up to him. Let's basically put it that way. But you want to say anything, Alex?
Well, just big thank you for having me on this video. It's very much appreciated. And thank you for everyone for watching.
But until the next team we do, guys, wherever in the world, hope you have a great day. And from Alex,
Goodbye.
and from me, take care. See you later.